It's time for high school basketball game night. Now here's your play-by-play announcers for tonight's game.
Good evening, everyone. Another night of round ball action here during this holiday season. Bobby Price, Mitt Kirkland, Brian Nyman with us tonight on the camera, and he'll bring the shots to you as Mitt and I will try to give you the play-by-play action. This one ought to move pretty fast, and we, as it's been in the past, Enterprise and Dothan is a huge rivalry, and we'll see how it plays out tonight as Dothan controls on the tap, and McGee has the ball first.
And, Bobby, I've had the opportunity to see Dothan play this year. I haven't seen Enterprise, but key players for Dothan, you can look out for number 15, Bernard McGee, number 12, Rogers, number 35 is Trawick, and number 22, Marsh. They are all pretty skilled players, and Kirkland fills in very well, too, number 31.
And a foul. It's going to go against 44 for
Enterprise. That's Robert Washington.
So I guess he got the start instead of McQueen. I believe that's true.
And I tell you, Bernard McGee, the shooter at the line, he's an excellent three-point shooter, Bobby. He had 3 threes in a row against Rehoboth.
Missed the first free throw, got another one coming. He eyes the basket, puts it up, in and out. We're still scoreless.
So we saw the girls' game with poor free throw shootings on both teams, and we'll see if the boys do the same.
Steal by Dothan, knocked away by McGee, and Dothan gets a turnover. Rogers jumping around. Here's the three-point shot from the corner. Count it.
That time, Adrian Kirkland, they left him wide open. He was able to set up and knock it down from behind the three-point line. Now, Enterprise, you can look out for the big guy, Rhett Harrison. He is just an outstanding player.
And we're going to have a foul as Harrelson took it coast.
That was Rogers.
Rogers took it coast to coast.
Foul call on number 33, Michael Sheldon, his first, team second. At the line is number 12, Jamal Rogers.
Okay, Kirkland has 3-pointers. Rogers misses the first one. And so they are 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. As Rogers gets ready to shoot his second. 6:47 left in this first period of play. And he makes that one.
So Dothan 1 of 4 from the free throw line, and they take a 4-0 lead over Enterprise, and Enterprise is forced to call a timeout.
Great defense on the full court press by Dothan causes Enterprise to waste a timeout with a lead of 4-0. 6:47 left in the first period of play, so we're basically just underway, and we'll see how things progress along with this. Adrian Kirkland had a 3. And then Jamal Rogers was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then McGee was 0 for 2 for the free throw line. And Enterprise scoreless at this point, 4-0. Here's the inbounds toss. Dothan guarding pretty closely there, but looks like they're going to get it over the free throw, over the midcourt area. Some pretty good ball handling from number 11. That's McGowan. Tries to go inside and loses the ball, and Dothan comes up with it. Rogers is full steam ahead to the line, and he counts the basket.
I tell you, Bobby, Rogers is a very talented player. I've seen him play a couple of times this year, and he's a very capable player. He got into foul trouble in his last game, and he was not as effective as he had been in other games.
Okay, that's the third team foul, as he makes that. So it's a 7-0 run for Dothan.
And Harrison on the break. He's quick, fast, and he can get it done, Bobby. Rhett Harrison.
All right, we'll keep an eye on him. Shot from the three-point line is too much. Loose ball on the floor. McGee comes up with it.
And Dothan's a scrappy team, Bobby. They really hustle a lot. They go after the loose balls, and they're going to challenge you on every play.
Okay, 33, Sheldon picks up his second foul. Dothan brings it in, leading 7-0 with 2 minutes gone in this first period. Dothan trying to work it inside, goes to 35, puts it up, will not fall for 35, Stephen Trawick, and here comes Enterprise. 23 jumper will not fall for him. Big rebound from Rogers. Here we go on the fast break to number 35. It will not fall, and Rogers tried to put it in. It wouldn't fall. 3-point shot.
Bernard McGee with this first 3 of the game. Dothan showing their athleticism, Bobby.
So it's a 10-0 score. Dothan over Enterprise.
And right now the Tigers kind of have Enterprise off balance.
Tries to go to the basket, will not fall for number 15, and we get a foul coming up for a 2-shot foul.
Foul called on Greg Marsh, his first, the team's first. At the line is number 15, Timothy Robinson.
So Robinson takes a look at the basket, gets himself set, puts it up, it falls away.
Just got a report on Charmaine Ward's condition, Bobby. It's a sprained ankle. They're icing it down, so hopefully she'll be okay.
All right, here's the second free throw attempt. It's up, and it is good. So Enterprise breaks the ice. They are behind 9 points, 10-1. But they get the goose egg off. 22 looks back over to McGee, 15, into the corner to 31. Kirkland, and it goes back to McGee again. He pulls it out, goes inside the 22 jumper, will not fall, but guess who's there?
Rogers.
And he gets the basket and comes to the line.
I tell you, Bobby, Rogers he's one of those players that can really control a ball game, and he's come out here and he's put up 6 points in the first half. He's going for his second 3-point play of the game.
It looks like it's just a nonchalant throw up there, and it just falls. So Dothan continues with the full court press. And so they come across the mid-court stripe. Number 5 with the ball. Harrelson shoots a 3. Count it.
And I tell you what, Harrelson can do it from all over the court, Bobby. He nailed that one in from downtown Enterprise.
Yeah. All right, it's a 13-4 lead for Dothan. Robinson shoots short. And we're going to get a foul called on 31, Kirkland. Couple of subs coming into the game for Wildcats. Number 20 comes in, and that's Jalon Franklin, along with 21, Clark Quisenberry. 23 gets the ball. That's Clifton Abraham. Back to number 5, Harrelson. Harrelson looks.
Harrelson is a ball handler too, Bobby. He can do it. He started as a 9th grader.
Nice block by 35, Trawick.
And he's just an effective player, Harrelson is, and he quarterbacks for the Wildcats football team, and he does a very good job there too.
All right, here's the toss all the way out to Trawick, to Kirkland. Inside to Robbins.
Rogers, a nice assist going into Rogers. 9 points for Rogers here in the first period, Bobby. They're going to call Kirkland for the foul, which some of the people on the Dothan side didn't exactly agree with it. It's the second foul on Adrian Kirkland. At the line is Rhett Harrelson. He has a 3.
And he's shooting 3. There's 1. Got a second coming.
He was fouled behind the 3-point, attempting a 3-pointer. Substitution into the game, number 34, Michael McQueen in, and out is number 23, Clifton Abraham.
He misses that one.
Harrison misses 1 of 3, so it's a 15-6 Dothan lead.
Dothan gets it across midcourt. Looking for the basket was Kirkland, nothing there. Rogers trying to go inside. 22 is going to draw the foul. That'll be Randall Solomon. Here's the toss to 22, looks. That was Marsh. Getting some help from McGee. Kirkland looks to Rogers. Rogers is knocked away. And 22, Marsh picks it up. Rogers tries to get it, but number 22 for Enterprise gets it. That's Solomon. That looked pretty clean to me, but, they're rolling it a lot closer than I am, but.
That was going to be called on number 12, Rogers, his first. Boy, Rogers and Treywick both were under there. That was a big target to have to shoot over.
15 gets the first one. So he is 2 for 3 thus far with another shot coming. Three for 4. It's 15-8. Marsh is going to be fouled by number 20.
They're calling this one pretty tight, Bobby. Enterprise has already committed. That's their 7th team foul. Or is it 6th? 7th, yeah, 7th team foul. At the line is Greg Marsh.
So Marsh will get the front end of a 1-and-1. Makes it.
And Bobby, the Tigers will be in the bonus for the remainder of the first half.
44 comes in for Dothan. Johnson. Misses the second one. Wildcats come up with it.
And it's going to be out of bounds off Dothan. They are up 16-8, 2:22 left in the opening period.
Number 4 comes in. This is E.J. Conley. Three-point shot misses. Knocked away by Enterprise, so Dothan will get it. 2:17 remaining. It's 16-8. Dothan started off with a 10-0 score. And Enterprise has picked up the pace and have scored 8 points to only 6 for Dothan. 44 will not fall. He'll come to the line to shoot 2.
That's McQueen called for the foul. At the line, number 44, Devontae Johnson.
So Johnson looks with his first trip to the line, loops in and out. No good. 42 comes in for the Wildcats. That's Tevin Kelly. As 34 sits down, McQueen. Johnson eyes the basket for his second attempt. It's up and it's off the mark as well. The rebound goes to 42 Kelly. Conley with the ball. Being guarded by McGee. Number 20 almost loses the ball. Looks for some help.
They're trying to get Harrelson open, Bobby. That's what they were trying to do. But Dothan defending Enterprise well.
Looks like they're in a man-to-man defense here.
That was a double block that time. Kirkland got his hands on it, and then Traywood comes and cleans it up.
16-8, a minute 29 in the first. Comes out to Harrelson. Looking for a little rotation. Harrelson driving toward the baskets, hemmed up. Number 20 shoots a jumper inside three-point range. Hits an air ball, and 44, Javante Johnson comes down with a huge rebound to stop that attack from the Wildcats. Wouldn't fall for McGee. Stays with Dothan. Number 11 coming back in the game for Enterprise, Jordan McGowan, as Harrelson comes out.
It goes off the foot of Marsh, so they turn it over to Enterprise.
So number 11, McGowan will toss it in. Gets to Conley. Jumper from 11, no cigar, as we get a jump ball.
And it will be Enterprise ball. Possession arrow favors them.
Number 33 comes in, Michael Sheldon for the Enterprise Wildcats. Franklin's going to toss it in. Gets it out to Conley, number 4. Over to the baseline, nothing doing. And they go back out to Conley again. Looking for inside, it's not there. 33 looks, can't go. Conley takes it back out to midcourt. Gets some help from number 11, McGowan. Enterprise moving the ball around, looking for something open under the basket. It's just not happening, as Dothan's man-to-man is doing quite well here. Almost a steal from Marsh, and we do get it, and we're going to have an easy one here. Yes.
Great defensive play that time by Greg Marsh. He stayed with it, Bobby, until he got the steal. Trey was able to pick up the loose ball and get it out to Marsh on the fast break.
So that brings us to the end of one. It's the hometown Dothan Tigers with a 10-point lead. It is 18-8. Period number 2 comes as Dothan does the inbound toss at midcourt. It comes into 22 Greg Marsh and quickly gets it to McGee. McGee to Kirkland. Back to McGee. Kirkland up and in.
Nice give and go that time by Dothan. McGee gets it to Kirkland, and he breaks toward the basket, and he puts up 2. Adrian Kirkland with 5 points here in the first half.
So Enterprise will try to toss it in here as Dothan is applying a full court pressure.
Marsh goes for the steal. He had a steal earlier in the game and finished it off with a layup for 2.
All right, here comes the toss as Enterprise looking for some help. Gets it into 15, whose team, and 20 gets it across, and he gets help from McGowan across midcourt. McGowan driving toward the baseline. There's nothing there, as he goes to 44, and he almost loses it. Then Morris tried to steal, couldn't get it. Nice block from number 35, Trawick.
Trawick's a left-hander, Bobby. Jamar Rogers caught us off guard along with the Enterprise defense and slammed that one through.
That was nice.
He is so athletic, Bobby.
Brings it out to number 15 as they work a rotation. As they're doing a 1-3-1 offense here. Shoots a 3 and misses, and 35, Trawick gets the rebound. Here comes McGee. Gets it across the midcourt stripe. Rogers, no, that's 35, Trawick. Won't fall for him. Enterprise gets the rebound. McGowan spins, looks, jumps, shoots, misses. And Marsh comes up with the rebound for the Tigers.
Wow, just a little off. They got to work on their timing a little bit more on that one. And a good layup that time by number 15. He was able to get back and put up some points. Timothy Robinson.
Rogers spun and tried to get it up. It wouldn't go for him, but he drew the foul, and he'll come to the line. 42. Kelly.
I tell you, Rogers has some moves, Bobby. He does.
So Rogers at the line to shoot 2. First one's up and in, as he's 4 for 4 from the line.
4 for 5. He missed 1.
Did he?
His first attempt.
That's right, I see that. 23-10 is our score.
He has 12 points, Bobby, here in the first half.
As Bobby Peterman comes in along with Enterprise gets the rebound.
Dothan up 23-10 with just over 5 minutes left, and Harrelson pulls up for a nice floater. 7 points for Rhett Harrelson.
McGee drives a basket. 35 won't fall, gets his own rebound and puts it in.
That was Stephen Trawick breaking for the basket. He missed it, but he was able to get his own rebound and put it back up for 2.
Here's Harrelson looking to McGowan, number 11. Tries to go to 23. 11 shoots from the free throw line and gets a 2-pointer out of it.
That's Jordan McGowan with a nice jumper.
Peterman, McGee. Trawick for 2 more.
Trawick's starting to go to work, Bobby. He's using the speed and advantage against the Enterprise defenders.
Robinson pulled up, gives it off to Harrelson. Gets help from McGowan now. Back to Harrelson. Driving, pull up, jump, shoots too long, and rebound by McGee. Gives it off to Peterman, and called him for traveling.
That time Dothan was able to get the rebound and get the ball out on the fast break, and Peterman was called for traveling, so they turn it over to the Wildcats.
4:27 left in the half. It's 27-14. It's the 13-point lead for Dothan as Harrelson pulls up.
And Bobby, a lot of these guys played against each other on the football field. Number 15 knocks it in. Robinson
gets a 3. So it's 27-17. It's a 10-point lead.
Kirkland steps on the line, and so Dothan turns it over 2 times in a row.
Full court pressure from the Tigers continuing. Short. 35 gets a rebound, fast break to 22. Marsh gets his own rebound, spin around, puts it in.
Great hustle that time by Greg Marsh. He misses the shot, hustles back, Bobby, gets his own rebound, and puts it up for 2. And a battle on the boards, and Marsh saves it.
And Dothan gets it. Marsh drives the baseline, looks, and a blocking foul.
Dothan has a lot of speed, Bobby, and they're a very balanced team. It's not heavy one way or the other. They have quite a few players who have a lot of talent.
At 34. Where's he? 34. Must be 44.
44 call for the foul.
Okay, that's his second.
Marsh misses his first free throw. He's 1 of 3 from the line. He has a total of 5 points, but he's contributed a whole lot more than points.
He gets that one. Gives him 6, 30-17. 3:25 and counting. Nice put up from number 11, McGowan, for 2. Comes McGee. A little too tall for Rogers.
Boy, but he was able to handle that one. That was number 23 for Enterprise, doing a good job.
Abraham. 30-21. It's a 9-point lead. Rogers.
And
Trying to
Dothan,
go inside to Johnson.
Dothan has turned it over, Bobby, I think 3 of their last 4 possessions, and they've got to do a better job of protecting the ball.
Harrelson to the basket. Draws the foul. That'll be McGee, his first. So Enterprise has fought themselves back into this. They were trailing by 10. Now they're trailing by 9. Now make it 8.
Harrelson is 3 of 4 from the line. He has a total of
8 points.
8 points in the game, yes.
Make it 9. So it's down to 7 points as Marsh has the ball. McGowan's guarding. Number 44, Devontae Johnson, is going to be fouled by number 11.
So Dothan's in the bonus. 2:26 left in the second period. They're up 30-23. At the line is number 44, Devontae Johnson, who is 0 of 2 from the line.
Count that one. Eight-point lead, trying to make it 9. He does.
So Johnson knocks in 2 free throws to put his team back up by 9, 32-23, 2:22 left in the second period.
Here's Harrelson.
Harrelson was a little out of control that time, Bobby. He tried to force it.
McGee pulls up. 23 comes in, draws the foul, and that's going to be Abraham. So at the line is 15, McGee, who is 0 for 2 with a three-pointer.
Johnson goes out, and Stephen Trawick's back in. Dothan up by 10, 33-22, 23.
McGee's got another shot coming. Trying to make it 5. Up, off. And Trawick gets a rebound. It's on the floor. And Kirkland tried to get it to Rogers, and it wouldn't happen, so Enterprise comes up with it. Pull-up jumper by 11 is no good. Gets his own rebound, drives the basket, counted for 2 from McGowan.
That was a good follow-up that time by McGowan off the miss. He had 6 points, and McGee goes in a little out of control and traveling on McGowan. But I think one reason he traveled, he saw number 12, Jamal Rogers, in the neighborhood, and he said, this is Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, so don't come in here with that.
All right. So McGee will do the inbounds toss for Dothan.
Dothan on top by 8, and they almost lose the ball. Marsh goes in, and he loses it, and Enterprise gets the rebound, and they are off to the races. But Marsh gets it and calls a timeout. I tell you what,
that's hustle.
I'm very impressed with Greg Marsh's play, Bobby.
Hustle.
He is just an outstanding player. He's all over the court. He makes some outstanding defensive plays, and he's just a big contributor to this Dothan team.
Well, they just can't let up because it's now back to an 8-point lead here as we got 1:06 to go in the half, 33-25 on just this 30-second timeout. Let's see. At the end of one, it was Dothan 18 and Enterprise 8.
So, you know, Dothan is up by 8, 25-33. And, you know, talking about the big scores, Rhett Harrison has had a big game for the Enterprise Wildcats, and that's expected. He has a total of 9 points in the game. Jordan McGowan, number 11, had 6, and Timothy Robertson has 8 points. Now, if you look at Dothan, Jamal Rogers has had a big night. He's put up 6, 7, 9, 11, 12 points for the Tigers.
All right, Dothan was looking for a full court press there, but it didn't materialize. So here we go with McGee getting across the midcourt.
And we're down to under 1 minute.
Marsh.
Kirkland misses, and Enterprise gets the rebound.
Harrelson pulls up, looks to shoot. Number 4 shoots off the mark, and Marsh comes up with it.
If you find that ball, you're going to find Greg Marsh somewhere around it.
McGee gets it across, pulls up, sets up their offense. 31 is 18 seconds. Marsh with 22 looking for it, drives toward the basket. Won't fall for him as Enterprise comes up with it under 10 seconds. Number 11.
Good move. I tell you what, McGowan has put up some good plays, Bobby. He really has. He's done a good job here so far in the game. We have just under 1 second left, 0.9 seconds, and we have a 5-point game, 33-27, Enterprise trailing Dothan.
Well, Marsh went straight to the locker room. He was holding his eye. He must have got an eye gouge on that basket. So that brings us to the end of 2 periods of play. It's going to be a lead for Dothan, 33-27, and Enterprise has cut that thing down to 6 points as we move into this half and got another 16 minutes to play.
Yeah, and it's what I expect, Bob. I expect it to be a close game, and I think both teams will come out the second half, and you'll see them turn up the heat, and they'll go at it to the end of this game.
All right, so we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back with you for the remaining 16 minutes of this ball game. Dothan has the lead of 33-27. They've led all the way over the Wildcats from Enterprise. All right, here we go with third period action here with the Dothan Tigers and the Enterprise Wildcats going at it. It's 33-27 with Dothan on top, and the Wildcats get the ball first here in the third period, starting the second half of play. Harrelson shoots inside three-point range. It's off the mark, rebounded by Jamal Rogers, and he's going to be fouled.
And Bobby, quickly recapping the score in the first half. Leading scorer for Enterprise was number 5, Rhett Harrelson.
And he just committed the foul.
Okay, that's his first, and he had 9 points. Number 11, McGowan, had 8 points. Timothy Robinson had 8, and Clifton Abraham had 2. Now for Dothan, the leading scorer was number 12, Jamal Rogers. He put up 12 points. Greg Marsh had 6. Bernard McGee 4. Adrian Kirkland 5. Stephen Trewick 4. And Devontae Johnson had 2.
All the way back into backcourt for Marsh to get the ball in safely. Marsh drives to Rogers. He gets the basket, and he'll get to shoot one more.
Rogers had 2 3-point plays in the first half, Bobby. His first 2 plays, field goals, he was fouled on, so he was able to make it 3-point plays out of it. He
will not roll that time. So he has 14 points on the night. Harrelson looking to get it across midcourt. It's 35-27. Harrelson looks. Ball goes to number 11, McGowan. And number 44 gets it and is knocked away, and it's gonna come to Dothan as Enterprise turns it over.
And that was one of the few times that number 11 Jordan McGowan has missed, Bobby. But that one was blocked. But he's been very effective for the Wildcats.
Nice little post on Harrelson there. Misses, but 44 Washington gets the rebound for the Wildcats, and Harrelson gets it across midcourt.
That time McGee was a little off balance when he took that shot, Bobby. He never squared up to the basket.
Number 11 comes in to clean it up.
And I tell you what, Robinson continues. That's his 10th point. It's a 6-point Dothan lead, 35-29. Rogers feed to Marsh, and he's fouled.
Number 44 picks up his 3rd. Okay, Marsh will look to toss it in. All the way back to backcourt. Marsh gets it across quickly. Kirkland looks back to Marsh, to McGee. Rotation begins. Comes to Trewick, and then to Rogers. Rogers muscles tries to get it in.
And they call him for the offensive foul that time. He tried to go over 3 players that time. There were 3 blue jerseys there.
That's his 2nd foul. It's blocked. It's blocked by 35. Trewick. Marsh puts it up, won't fall, and 33 for Enterprise comes up with it. Sheldon.
Both teams are challenging each other under the basket, and that one's going to bounce over the goal and out of bounds.
So Dothan will get the inbounds toss here at 5:34.
Both teams
leading by 6, 35-29.
Both teams have only been able to score 2 points apiece here in the 3rd.
Kirkland comes to Marsh, to McGee. Kirkland again to McGee for 2.
That was a nice assist that time coming from Marsh over to Bernard McGee. That's 6 points for McGee.
All right, here comes Harrelson at the 5-minute mark of the 3rd period. So we played 3 minutes in the 3rd. McGowan gives it to 15 in the corner. Robinson back out to Harrelson again.
And Bobby, Harrelson is a constant threat. They get out to Marsh on the fast break. He misses, but McGee's there to put it back in for 2.
Oh, nice assist from McGee. Harrelson gets it over to Washington. Driving toward the basket. Puts it up, won't fall. Tender for Rogers, but Harrelson pulls up, jumps, and shoots and makes it. Puts his 13th point in.
That was a 2. McGee loses it, so Dothan turns it over 2 times in a row, and Enterprise comes right back. And Harrison loses it.
Here comes Marsh. McGee misses.
And Trawick puts it up
puts it
after
in.
the 3rd try.
Jump ball,
so it's going to be the Tigers' ball. Dothan up by 10, 41-31. They took a 33-27 lead into halftime.
All right, number 10, Bobby Peterman comes in. Gives Marsh a bit of a breather. McGee to Kirkland. McGee over to Peterman, looks. Comes to McGee, goes back out to Kirkland. Jumper, count it.
That was Peterman on the jumper that time, his first basket of the game. Dothan up by 12, 43-31.
Franklin got it down pretty quick, but had to pull up. No help under the basket as McGowan looks for it. Goes to 20, and he travels.
Dothan has come out and put up 10 points here in the 3rd. And Enterprise has managed to score 4 points.
43-31, 2:52, and the clock's running. Kirkland to Peterman. Peterman drives toward the basket, comes back out to Rogers.
And Rogers can do it inside and outside, Bobby. That's 16 points for Jamal Rogers.
All right, here comes the Wildcats. It's number 11, McGowan.
That time they did a good job of taking the ball from McGowan, Bobby, because every time he gets his hands on it, he knows exactly what to do with it. So Dothan did a good job defensively on that possession.
Number 20 commits the foul. That's Franklin, his second. So we got some new jerseys coming in as Rogers comes out, Peterman comes out. Devontae Johnson into the ball game.
Good defense that time by Enterprise. And there's a technical foul call. I'm not sure what happened.
I think it's going to be on number 20.
So the official explained to the coach about what happened. Foul called on Franklin.
It's his third.
Marsh knocks down a free throw. He's 3 of 5.
7 points. Another one coming. Gets them both.
So Marsh has 8 points, and Dothan has the ball, and they've gone up by 16, Bobby, after Enterprise had cut the lead down to 6.
All right, number 20 takes a seat. Franklin for the Wildcats.
Whoa.
22. That's Solomon.
These teams are going at each other. Solomon, his second. Dothan takes it out. Bernard McGee takes it out for the Tigers.
One more and they'll be in the bonus. Kirkland to Marsh. Pull up, jumps, nailed it.
Bernard McGee for 2. 10 points for McGee. Dothan up by 18. And they're still going at it, Bobby. They are doing a good job defensively. Out to Marsh, and he's fouled.
22 picks up another foul. .34, he said. McQueen is seconds. So one against Solomon.
So Marsh hits
Puts it in. He's hit 4 in a row. I shouldn't have said made 4 in a row.
Right. He has 9 points in the game. Shot up and missed, and there's a battle for the rebound. And there's still a battle under the goal, and McGee gets it. And out to Marsh. To McGee from behind the three-point line. He had time to set that time, but missed, and Traywick goes up and pulls down a strong rebound.
So Traywick will come to the line. 34. So
Dothan up by 19, but they've come out here in this third and put some points up on the board.
50-31. It's a 19-point lead. A minute 10.
They've outscored Enterprise 17-4.
Wow. So Traywick with 6 points on the night. Misses.
But Johnson puts it back up for 2.
Yep, that gives him 5. Here comes Harrelson. 55 seconds and counting. Harrelson looks. Number 21 in the game is Quisenberry.
Travis called for the foul. That will be his first. The team's second. At the line is number 21, Quisenberry.
Up. It rolls away. No good. Dothan is in the bonus the rest of the way, as he misses them both. It's off of 44, Johnson. Quisenberry. And a whistle. Looks like Traywick may pick up his second. Oh, Marsh. McGee.
That's his second. At the line is number 21, Quisenberry. He was just at the line and he missed both of his free throw attempts.
It's up. Makes that one. All right, we got Octavia Mobley coming in as Devontae Johnson sits down with 4 points. Quisenberry with another. He is 1 for 3.
So that time he comes back after missing 2 and knocks in 2.
So he's 50% on the night from the free throw line. Here comes McGee. Gets help from Peterman. Peterman drives toward the basket, loses the ball. It's on the floor. Number 10. That'll be Peterman's first. So Quisenberry will toss it in. Harrelson looks to shoot 3, misses. Knocked away by Mobley.
Dothan's done a really good job of defending against Harrelson. He's such a deadly three-point shooter, Bobby. They've He's only been able to knock in 1 3-pointer tonight. He has
that was
three field goals. The rest of his points have come from the free throw line.
3-point shot is short. Rebounded by Mobley.
And taken away by Harrelson to no avail.
So that brings us to the end of 3. This was a pretty exciting period for Dothan as they mounted a pretty good lead, and at the end of 3, it's 52-33. Dothan over Enterprise. At midcourt, Enterprise takes the inbounds toss to start the final 8 minutes, trailing 33-52.
And Bobby, that was a big third period for Dothan. They outscored Enterprise 19-6.
Kirkland puts in 2 on a nice steal. Rogers almost gets 1. So Enterprise gets it across, and Harrelson looks to drive, can't do it. Get to Conley. To Quisenberry in the corner, back to Conley. Conley looks, drives toward the basket, pulls back out to Quisenberry, loses the ball, and it's going to be off of McGee. Solomon sits down along with Conley.
Marsh steals it, but it goes out of bounds.
54-33. It's a 19-point Dothan lead. 7:11 to go in the contest. Ball comes out to number 11, McGowan. And McGowan pulls up, shoots, and gets the roll. It falls in.
That's 12 points for McGowan. He's been the big gun for Enterprise tonight.
Kirkland drives, pulls up, goes to McGee, back to Kirkland. Kirkland goes to Marsh. Marsh drives. Blocked. Enterprise gets it. Here comes Harrelson. For 3. Off the mark. Rogers loses it. 22 is Solomon, and he throws it away. So Dothan ball. 6.5 to go. Peterman takes the inbound toss. It goes right back to McGee. McGee to Harrelson. To 31, drives the basket, and it falls for Kirkland.
That was an acrobatic shot that time by Adrian Kirkland, and it goes in.
Quisenberry with the foul. Mitt, that looked like one of your familiar layup baskets.
I tell you, Bobby, just like he's a Kirkland, so
yeah.
You know he's got that Kirkland mythology.
Let's see how he does at the free throw line. Yeah,
he knocks it in.
Bad. That's his first one from the line.
10 points for Adrian Kirkland.
So Quisenberry sits down, and number 14 comes in.
They get it over to Trawick for 2.
59-35. It's approaching the 6-minute mark. Foul call by Peterman. Robinson to Harrelson. Harrelson for 3. Off the mark. Here comes Rogers. Count it.
I'll tell you, if Rogers get that ball near the basket, Bobby, he's hard to stop.
McGowan is third.
Dothan up 61-35, Bobby, after Enterprise had cut that lead down to 6 points. They were trailing 33-27 at halftime, but Dothan came out with a big third period, putting up 19 to Enterprise at 6 points. And they'll put up 10 here in the fourth to 2 for Enterprise.
Number 40, Matt Johnston, comes in for Dothan, his first action tonight. Harrelson spins, loses the ball, 22 picks it up, shoots, and Johnston picks up a foul within 30 seconds of being out there. So he's in on the action.
Okay, at the line is number 22, Randall Solomon.
Scoreless tonight. Still scoreless. .33 comes in for number 12, Rogers. That's Mark Ford. So Solomon has another free throw attempt coming. It's up. It counts it.
So Solomon makes 1 of 2. It's a 62-36 game. The Tigers are leading the Wildcats.
Kirkland to Marsh. McGee. Back to Kirkland. Drives toward the basket. Pulls up. Here's McGee at the top of the key. Pulls back out. Stretches the floor. Post on McGee.
They call Peterman for the foul, and that's his third, yes. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left, 36 for Enterprise, 62 for Dothan.
All right, here's the toss. Comes into 22, Solomon. Now Conley has it. To Quisenberry. Quisenberry looks. Back to Conley. Conley looking for some help. To Quisenberry for 3. It's there.
It's there. Nice three-pointer that time from the corner by Clark Quisenberry, and it's 5 points for him.
So McGee drives it coast to coast and is fouled. 22, Randall. Randall Solomon is third. So McGee puts it up, misses. So he is 1 for 3 from the line. No, he is
1 of 4.
1 of 4. No, 1 of 5.
Yeah, 1 of 5. So he's shooting 20%.
We scared him into making that one. Conley gets it across midcourt. Quisenberry with a So Johnston's going to get hit with another foul. 44 comes to the line. That's going to be Robert Washington. He's scoreless tonight. 63-39 is the point total. 4:29 left. Misses. Washington has another. Makes it. So Kirkland comes out. Marsh comes back in. So McGee hustles it across midcourt. Gets it to Peterman. Back to McGee. Off the mark. Rebound by Men in blue, number 22, Solomon for the Wildcats. Number 4, Conley for 2.
That time they left Conley wide open at the top of the key, and he knocked it in for his first basket of the game.
Here's Peterman. McGee to Marsh to number 40, Ford. Air ball, won't fall. Rebounded by Quisenberry for the Wildcats. Gets it to Conley. Driving the baseline to the basket. It won't fall. Quisenberry gets the rebound. Turnaround jumper. In and out. 22 gets it, puts it up. Will not fall. And number 40, Ford gets it.
Enterprise did a good job of keeping that ball alive on the offensive board. That time 3 attempts, but nothing would fall for him.
Marsh driving the baseline, and he's fouled on the way going up, but
no call.
No whistle.
And Coach Porter wants a timeout. With 3:02 left in the fourth, the score is Dothan 63, Enterprise 42.
3:02 left. Dothan takes the inbounds toss to Peterman in the backcourt. Less than 3 minutes left. McGee gets it to Johnson. Johnson shoots, and he's going to be fouled by number 42, Kelly. So Johnson is 2 for 4 with 4 points tonight.
Make it 2 of 5. So Johnson makes 1 of 2 from the line. He has 5 points in the game. We're down to 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the fourth. Dothan on top, 60-40, 42.
Quisenberry puts it in.
Nice baseline drive that time by Quisenberry for 2. 7 points for him, all coming here in the second half.
64-44, 2:25 left. Devontae Johnson with it.
And Marsh steps out of bounds.
So ball goes over to Enterprise. Trailing by 20. 2:17 and counting.
And Bobby, this score is a lot different than what I expected. You know, it was close to 2 quarters.
Quisenberry for 3.
Quisenberry has come out here in the second half, and he's put up some points.
McGee gets it across midcourt. Steele.
But a good recovery that time by number 22, Solomon, after the block by Rogers. Dothan's going to just try to run the clock out, Bobby. So Dothan calls a timeout with 1:31 left, and they're up by 15. They've led it by as many as, I think, 22, 23 points.
24 at 1 point. So 1:31 is left. It's 64-49, Dothan over Enterprise. Here's the inbounds toss. Peterman gets it. Minute 24.
Enterprise is still hustling, Bobby. You know, they're trailing by 15 points and a minute 19 left, and you would think this game was closer because they have not quit. And Dothan turned it over again. And you'll see Enterprise try to go down and hit a couple of threes and force some turnovers. You know, the game is not over till the buzzer goes off.
Yeah, what is it, the fast lady sings?
Right.
Quisenberry looks. Stolen by Marsh. To McGee. And here 22 gets it. Solomon to the basket.
And a tip in. It's down to a 13-point lead.
Peterman.
And Dothan has turned the ball over again, Bobby. They are just not handling the ball. I didn't get who made that last basket for Enterprise.
Okay, Peterman picks up his fourth. The last basket was Kelly, 42. Rogers.
Whoa.
That would have been a 360 turn.
That was definitely a 360.
Conley.
Foul called on Bernard McGee, his third. At the line is number 4, Conley.
E.J. Conley. Makes it.
You know, Enterprise is, you know, they're down to 12 points, Bobby. They've cut about 10 points off that lead here late in the fourth. Dothan is trying to cruise, and Enterprise won't let them.
64-52. Misses the second, and Trawick gets the rebound.
You'll see Dothan try to run the clock out now, Bobby. You'll see Marsh and McGee will handle it.
Kirkland. Quisenberry picks up the foul.
Enterprise's iCloud scored Dothan 19-12 in the period.
7.7 seconds left. 2 free throw attempt from Kirkland. First one's good. Got another coming. In the air. It's there. Number 20 taps that one in. Franklin, he gets into scoring. And that brings us to the end. The final score is 66 for Dothan and 54 for Enterprise. Enterprise tried to make a gallant comeback with this thing, Mitt, and they lose by a much closer margin than you would have thought, because at one time I think Dothan was up by 23 points, and the Wildcats just kept on fighting. A couple of key baskets from Clark Quisenberry, who came in the game late and scored 10 points, 2 3-pointers, and kind of put the thing closer for Dothan, for Enterprise, but Dothan was able to pull away and win this thing by a score of 66-54.
Yeah, and Bobby, they did it. You know, Enterprise racked up a lot of scores right at the end of the game. Dothan was in control most of the second half. You know, Enterprise had cut that lead down to 6 points at halftime. Dothan led 33-27, and Dothan had a big third period. They put up 19 points, and Enterprise was only able to put up 6 points, and that was really the difference in the game, was that third period.
Okay, let me give you the scoring for Enterprise. While, Mitch, you finish up getting Dothan. The leading scorer for the Wildcats was Rhett Harrelson, finished the game with 13 points. Second leading scorer was a tie with Timothy Robinson and Clark Quisenberry with 10 apiece. Jordan McGowan did have 12 points. I missed him going down, so he was the second leading scorer, and Robinson and Quisenberry tied for third leading scorer. 3 points from Connolly, 3 points from Solomon, 2 points from Abraham, 2 points from Kelly, and 1 point from Washington. to round out their 54-point total.
Okay, the leading scorer for the Dothan High Tigers, number 12, Jamal Rogers, had 19 points, 12 of those coming in the first half. Bobby Peterman, 2. Bernard McGee had 11. Greg Marsh, 9. Adrian Kirkland, 12. And Stephen Trawick had 8 points. Devontae Johnson had 5 for the Dothan Tigers.
So that's going to wrap it up for us here. It's a double win tonight for the Lady Tigers and the Dothan Tigers over their 35-mile-away rival, the Enterprise Wildcats. Dothan wins it by a score of 66-54. That's going to wrap it up for us from Davis Gym tonight. For our videographer, Brian Nyman, Mick Kirkland, Bobby Price saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll see you again soon on the Local Origination Channel.